Hasn't Maui suffered enough? Nope. Joe arrives, and it's rough. The president and first lady visited Hawaii yesterday to witness firsthand the destruction and tragedy in the wake of the historic wildfire. Joe hasn't seen destruction like that since he passed the Inflation Reduction Act. Political humor. He was also forced to leave his luxury Lake Tahoe vacation. As a result, he had to cancel 3 bicycle crashes and 4 ponytail sniffings. Yeah. the little girls go around this little thing. It's called... Anyway. Joe tried to offer sympathy with an oft-told story about a small kitchen fire he experienced in 2004, but it provided comic relief instead. I wonder what happened 15 years ago when he was in Washington doing Meet the Press on a Sunday.
15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
Just think, if Joe had lost his Corvette, he wouldn't have any place to store all those classified dogs. But that's... Here's what's really disgusting. His famous kitchen fire story we've heard over and over again. It's been called into question more than once. That kitchen inferno has been called into question more often than Jill Biden's doctorate degree. That blaze was doused in 20 minutes, despite Biden saying in the past that they almost lost a couple of firefighters and had a house burned down with his wife in it. Didn't happen like that. And watch what happened at the end of Biden's presser when someone offered him some water.
You want to grab that water, Tristan?
I mean, clearly, this guy is somewhere else other than Earth. But I said it before, this is the quietest tragedy ever. As Glenn Greenwald accurately noted, Bush was mauled for merely flying over New Orleans during Katrina, and Ted Cruz was mocked for fleeing Texas during an electricity crisis. But the media won't dare give equal treatment to Biden. What's Joe got to say?
No. Look, I've suffered, man. I can relate. Not only did I get struck by lightning, but one time at the Delaware Beach House after Hunter was there for the weekend, we had a bit of a plumbing backup in one of the bathrooms, and I mean, that toilet exploded. It was like, could only be compared to the mighty Mauna Loa volcano. And ever since then, I've had a great connection to the Hawaiian people.
You know, the bottom line here, if he can't even pull off something this straightforward, you know, visit and offer comfort to people who are grieving, then how can we really believe that he's in charge of this country? I don't want to say Joe's totally out of it, but the next island he wants to visit is the one where 7 castaways set sail on a 3-hour tour on a boat called the Minnow. Hotep. Yeah. This is not about, I don't think this is about Biden being cruel or being aloof. He's not there. And shouldn't there be somebody who's in charge of preserving the dignity of this guy instead of sending him places where it's embarrassing?
Oh, man. Well, there's a couple of things that's wrong here. First of all, the fact that they're allowing Biden to move out all around like this, and we haven't seen Kamala at all, shows you that the Illuminati sat at the table was like, we can't let in charge.
I'm not even sure I know what the Illuminati is. Should I know who they are?
I don't know who they are.
Oh, you do.
I could be a member of them if I only filled out that form.
But then they offer him a cup, right? And they wondering why they ain't offer him a cup. Why didn't he drink from the cup? Well, it's because if they would have put a sign on it that said whites only, he'd have drank that bitch. Biden makes Bush's Katrina situation look like MLK or Selma.
Yeah.
Just a poor mishandling.
It is bad. All right, Tyrus. Where'd he go?
Just stop. Don't even ask me a damn question. All right, look. We in so much trouble. It's not even funny. Could you, if I was a dictator in any country, I'd be like, get a meeting with him now. By the time it's over, we'll have Nebraska, the Midwest will be ours. Like, he's so lost. He didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
And the only thing, but he corrects himself on the dumbest. Mm-hmm. It was a lake. No, it was a pond. Oh.
Yeah.
Now you've got my attention,
Heating.
Mr. President.
It was air conditioning. No, I remember. It was a heating duct, not air conditioning.
But the truly sadness of this whole thing is that the president coming is supposed to be the sign that good times are on the way. The president's here. He's going to take care of things. It's going to be better. And I just want to remember the last time a president showed up. Do we have the footage of the last time a president showed up? Can we run it, please? I just want us all to remember this. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. President Trump there actively, they're in a flood, and what is he doing? Throwing them paper towels. Super absorbent paper towels. They had a need, and he was there. He was positive. He's here, I'm help. He's throwing towels. He's sending money. He's being presidential. And they still had a problem with that.
Yeah. No,
but I will take throwing towels instead of just someone asks you for a glass of water and you think it's a race. Yeah. You just take off.
Kat, why do you think he keeps telling? Do you think he actually believes that story happened? It did. I mean, it can't because it's been called into question so many times.
Yeah, he literally said the house burned down with his wife in it.
Yeah.
So you think that he would remember that's not true whenever he sees his wife is there. I'm not a doctor, but
neither. Yeah.
I mean, forever and ever, people were like, oh, but Joe, he's not going to Maui. He's not going to Maui. Why is he not going to Maui? I think what answered the question is him going to Maui. That's why, that's whatever, why didn't he go? Then he goes, and we're like, oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Because they had to get him out of there fast, too, because it was only a matter of time before I started babbling about how he was actually raised by Hawaiians.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Old sugarcane pop.
Yeah, sugarcane
pop. Yes.
Yeah, he used to hang out with McGarrett. I know it's bad to do this tragedy for tragedy. It's easy to do. But in this case, this is crazy, right?
I mean, he's the type of old where if he's getting his teeth cleaned, he's just going to touch the ass of the dental hygienist. He just walks away, talks into thin air.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the kitchen story. I thought it was fascinating. I feel for Joe Biden. I mean, his wife looks like Tom Petty.
Rest his soul.
The man is doddering. It's not even about politics. It's nothing to do with politics. I like Robert Kennedy Jr. It's the fact that he is just a doddering, blithering idiot at this point. And he's the leader of the free world, and he literally just kind of walks off the way your grandfather does. You're like, Pop, Pop, come back, come back.
Yes.
Illuminati definitely got your name on the list.
All right. We must move on. Up next, a presidential contender and his shirtless splendor.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.